guys, my name is Janelle. I'm one of the Cake Mamas. We are in the Cake Mamas Bakery where we make, I don't know, tons of cakes every weekend. And today I'm going to teach you how to fill and frost a cake because everybody wants to know how to do that, right?
Right.
Okay, so we're going to start off with a cake board. Excuse my mess, by the way. This is like my 37th one. At the Cake Mamas, we make our cakes 3 layers of cake and 2 layers of filling, so that's what I'm going to show you today. So I'm going to start off with 2 7-inch cakes. I'm going to slice them. And there's several different tools out there to help you cut a cake pretty straight. I don't really need it. I can make a cake pretty straight by eyeballing it. So here's one layer. Here's another layer. And I'm going to get another one out of this.
What kind of knife are you using?
Huh?
What kind of knife are you using?
This is a serrated knife. And we're really in the bakery. You can hear our customers over there. Okay, so I have 3 layers of cake. I always do the middle layer larger. That's how I like it. So I'm going to put this away. And then we're going to stack it next. So here we are with our 3 layers of cake. And the first step is to get a pastry bag. I use a pretty large round tip just because this is going to be how you make your dam. And the dam is going to go around the edge so that way you can have all your filling in there and then it doesn't ooze out. So it's got to be a pretty thick layer. So we're going to start off by squeezing it around. Yeah, you want to get this good. Now, the cake that I'm making is strawberry shortcake, so I'm going to actually go around twice with my dam because I like a lot of strawberry shortcake filling. And I've already mixed it. Here at the Cake Mamas, again, we do our own thing, so you can put chocolate, you can put whatever you want. This is fresh whipped cream and fresh strawberries. So remember, the dam is like a barrier. You don't want it to go over the sides, but you want to fill the filling in so that way you don't have a lot of those air pockets right there because we cover our cakes in fondant and that's how you get those air bubbles when that air starts to escape. So we're moving it around, trying to fill it in, and see, I like to pack in all this filling. Okay, so we're good now. See that? Beautiful.
Easy.
That's right. So now we're going to use this second layer that I told you I like to do the thicker layer in the center, just because that's me. So here we have a two layer cake so far. I'm going to just repeat the same thing, go around. So again, this is a dam. A what?
Dam.
A what?
A dam.
Oh, a dam. We'll play that game. Alright, so here I have more filling. Now, because this is whipped cream, and by the way, I'm using buttercream to make my dam. Buttercream in the fridge will get harder if you use butter to make your buttercream. Or shortening.
So we don't put buttercream in the fridge?
We do put buttercream in the fridge when we want it to get hard, which is what our next step's going to be. So we have 2 layers now. I'm going to add my last layer. Now this is kind of something that a lot of people do. You reserve the bottom of the cake for the top, so that way it gives you a nice, even, not so crumbly top when you go to frost it. So the last thing I'm going to do is take my spatula. I use a slanted spatula. Some people don't like slanted. And I'm going to take off this excess frosting from the dam. Make sure that my cake is straight because I'm going to put it in the fridge, and wherever it stays, however straight or not straight it is, that's how it's going to set up in the fridge, and then you can't really save it. So, there we are. So that's my straight cake. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, the cake, this is TV magic. This is one that I put in the fridge earlier. But when you take it out, it should be pretty steady on here because your buttercream sets up. So what I'm going to do is final caramel coat and frost the cake on the outside. It could be your crumb coat depending on how good you are, but let's see how well this cake wants to work with us. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. If you've ever taken like a Michael's Wilton class, I missed it. They will teach you how to use that long tip and kind of put the icing all the way around it. I find that that's a waste, but it's also very easy. So if you're starting, you might want to use a Michael's tip, and I'll show you what it looks like in a second. I have boiling hot water here, and again I have my slanted knife and a clean towel. So what you want to do is never put water on the buttercream. You just don't want nasty. Say hi, Tony. We're filming.
I was about to repeat. I'm sorry, my bad.
You want to learn? Come watch. You can be my studio audience right here.
I'm sorry.
So we're taking the spatula and we're going to start moving it around. And as we move it, it kind of falls over the edges. So I'm looking for a relatively straight top. And then what I'm going to do is start pushing this. You want to come over here, Kayla? I'm just kind of pushing and pulling. And the reason you're pushing and pulling is because you want to push it, the buttercream, into the cracks and crevices, but then pull it back too.
So we're kind of spreading it evenly.
We are. See how smart you are?
You just make it look easy.
Okay, so we have that. And this thing right here on the top, we want that. So don't freak out about, oh my God, how am I going to scrape all that off? It's going to be fine.
Okay, so you want to keep it.
You're taking more buttercream and you're going to now do the same thing to the bottom. Because we want a nice even base of buttercream all the way up and down the cake like this. Okay. So because the cake is cold, I'm going to go up again and I'm going to just build a little bit more. And as I start to spin it around, you can see less and less of the cake right here.
Yeah.
Right? Easy. What does my 6-year-old say? Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
All right. So let's just say that it's your very first time frosting a cake. It looks like this. That's awesome. You're off to a good start. Now, this little piece of metal, I don't know what it's called. I call it a scraper. It probably has a proper name. That is like the best thing you could ever use in your life as a cake decorator. Alright, so we're going to take it in hot water, get it nice and steaming, dry it off. You know what? Come on this side so you can see what we're doing. So I'm going to get down eye level with the cake. I'm going to put it here and I'm going to scrape off the excess buttercream.
Oh yeah, it just builds
See that? Cool, right? And then I'm going to do it again.
Oh, it makes it so smooth.
See that?
Wow.
Awesome, right? Okay. So here's the part everyone kind of freaks out a little bit about. There's a few ways you can do this. I've seen people get a strip of paper, like cardstock or something, and you basically measure the paper, cut it at the point you want to knock all this stuff off, and then you could really technically go around and measure the whole thing. I've kind of got good eyesight, so I trust myself. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a couple of buckets. I'm going to sit down so I'm eye level with the cake.
Okay.
Got it? And I'm going to take my little scraper.
Yeah.
And I'm going to find a point on the cake where I can look that straight and just bulldoze straight through. So see that?
Okay, so that just pushes it all off.
Yeah. A lot of people naturally want to scrape it
even
off this way and push it over, and you don't want to do that because you have this nice great line, and see how this happens here?
It's
this
really
is what
straight.
you're looking for all the way around the cake.
Okay. So we're just going to pick one side and push or pull.
Pick one side and basically bulldoze through.
Okay.
See that? And if it bugs you, you can take this off.
And we don't push all the way off, right?
We don't, because we don't want to break the dam on the other side.
Okay.
We want to be able to push from the side you're starting.
Okay.
So see so far?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go again here.
Where can we find one of those scrapers at?
You can find it at any cake supply place. And that's it. That's all I know of. You're trying to stump me. Alright, so notice that every time I go over another part of the cake though, I'm scraping off my scraper and I'm letting it sit and get hot again. And basically the purpose of the boiling hot water is that it's melting through your buttercream, so you're not ripping off buttercream on your cake.
Okay.
So you're basically melting through. So see how straight my top is now?
Yes. How pretty.
Cool. And then I'm going to go over it one more time here on the side. I'm going to do one more. See these little tiny ones? You can just kind of get off real quick.
Oh, wow.
Thank you so much. And you're good to go. So you can go and go and go as many times as you want, but I can tell you that the trick is to have a really cold cake, and if it's giving you problems, put it back in the fridge. After you scrape everything off, put it back in the fridge and then go at it again. So here's my cake.
Yay!